everybody. Welcome to Walking with Beau. And go for a walk this evening. They're going to be open July 4th at Val's Drive-In. Should be nice. And this is a really cool place to come to. It's a drive-in. You just pull in here with your car and a waitress will come get your order. Let's see what they have on the menu. And we got burgers, Italian sausage, French fries, corn dog. It says cash only, but they have an ATM right here if you need cash. There's also batting cages in the back. Pretty cool. So come into Val's Drive-In. All American food. It's been here since 1959. So check them out. They're open Wednesdays to Sunday. Closed Monday and Tuesday. Alright, what the hell is this going on across the street? That is somebody that is literally fall down drunk across the street. I was just watching to make sure nothing nefarious was going on and everything was okay, but people are laughing and joking. They're just drunk. Tomorrow's July 4th. A lot of people have tomorrow off. I guess they're celebrating early. So welcome to Walking with Beau, July 3rd. Looks like they're making it where they're trying to go, I guess. Well, very strange. Well, this walk's already starting out to be a weird one. But that's what happens when walking with Beau. Sometimes you always have something different. So I guess I'll just start this off with whatever pops in my head. And tonight it would be the CNN story that they had where they were talking about the abortion issue, and they had a woman, older woman, that's been an advocate for abortion for a long time on there. And apparently the liberals seem to be upset that they just found out that Kamala Harris has been lying to them about saying that Trump wants to ban abortions. He doesn't. He's been very clear on that. CNN pointed that out and they didn't like it, but Kamala Harris has been going around telling people that Trump wanted to ban abortions, which is completely false. It's false, by the way. He emphatically said no. It belongs to the states. Each state will decide for themselves, democratically, which is what the founding fathers intended by having a federation of states, because that's what we are. We're a federation of states, which you can think of it as a bunch of little countries agreeing to play by the same rules. And that's basically what we have. So we are a republic. We are not a democracy. We have democratic values. Which we do. But each state has their own constitution, their own set of rules. As long as they adhere to the United States Constitution, it's not an issue. So each state has their own legislature, their own government. You don't have like you would do in other countries like Canada or Australia or something, where you have provinces with regional governors. You know, we don't have that. So basically, like we saw with the Civil War, you had half the country decide they didn't want to play under the rules of the Constitution. They went off and did their own thing, and they were not allowed to do that by the North, and a lot of blood was shed because of it. So that's what happened with that. So anyway, apparently the liberals didn't like to have proof that Trump does not want to ban abortion shoved in their faces, but CNN did so. They said nope. And then there's all kinds of other sources. Trump's even posted about it. Get by here without getting run over. So Trump's even posted about it on his Truth Social page. He has told the Republican Party that if they pass, and he also answered that question in the debate Thursday night or Wednesday night, whatever it was. He answered that question live on TV and said he would not sign that. So they're really trying desperately to use the abortion issue against Trump because they don't want females voting for him. And that's not going to work. And then you have these people that are, well, my state's legislature passed it. I don't have a say in that. And it's like, listen, democracy is very simple. People can get a ballot initiative with signatures, and that's how we ended up legalizing marijuana, which I don't like. That's how we ended up with ranked choice voting here, which I don't like. And that's how we ended up with concealed carry for firearms here, which I do like a whole lot. So you win some and you lose some, but that's democracy. When you have everything the way you want it and screw everybody else, that is not a democracy. Now we got these cool flags out here. July 4th, Independence Day. Everybody calls it the 4th of July. It's actually Independence Day you should be celebrating, okay? So you can celebrate the 4th. You can call it that if you want to. But it's actually Independence Day. It's a day tomorrow to celebrate the day we told Britain and the UK to go F itself. We don't like your rules. We're going to make some rules of our own because you're not cool. That's what we did. So anyway, I guess the dust is starting to settle with whether or not Biden's going to stay in office. And I said on one of my last walks that he's not going to step down, he's not going to resign, and I was right. And I think everybody knew that. So this is great for Trump. Couldn't ask for better. So Joe Biden's going to put pride first over country and party. So that's what he's doing. And a lot of Democrats are not happy. I had seen that 25 Democrats were going to be speaking publicly asking Joe to resign. I don't know if they're still going to do that. The New York Times was reporting that they were going to wait and see. A source leaked to the New York Times. Okay, so this is an anonymous source to the New York Times, which I really hate when they have anonymous sources, because they can just make up what they want. So anyway, this anonymous source says Biden has agreed, in theory, to go through this weekend and try to get the public back on his side. And if they can't, then he's going to resign. You're not going to get the public back on your side in one weekend. Now, he came out today for a medal ceremony. They gave a couple of medals. He read a scripted speech on the teleprompter, walked off after doing the medal thing, didn't say anything, didn't speak. And then he shuffled off down the hallway with 100 reporters yelling questions at him. He ignored them and just walked off. So they're going to do what they've been doing for most of his presidency, is he's going to be teleprompter Joe. And teleprompter Joe is going to read the script he was given, not answer questions or do any off-the-cuff talking on his own, because he'll start mumbling and bumbling. So they are in full cover-up mode again. And I guess Jill Biden and Joe Biden issued a statement today. Actually, Joe did, supposedly, that he's not going anywhere. He's going to do what people do. When you fall down, you get right back up, he said. So he's not going anywhere. And the Republican Party is absolutely thrilled. And I don't blame him. Because he's not going to get any younger, and he's not going to get any less demented. Something between now and the election will reveal itself, and it'll be way too late for them then. What Biden's trying to survive right now is he's trying to survive the Democratic convention coming up shortly. The DNC might just go ahead and give his delegates to somebody else. I don't know how they can do that. They have their own rules for that, I guess. But Biden cannot be forced to resign if he doesn't want to. So that's what they're going to do with that. We'll have to wait and see what the Democratic Party decides. Sounds to me like they want Joe gone. And even Pelosi started talking about, well, we don't know if that was a one-off or not, you know, and somebody needs to look into whether or not it is or not. Contrast that with the other night, you're going on defense trying to say Trump was the one with dementia, and well, now they've kind of changed what they're doing now. Everybody seems to be on the same page to force Biden out. They're all in unison. But Biden's not going. So now they're going to have to force him out. How can they do that? The last resort that they have is the 25th Amendment. Okay? Obviously, you're going to need Congress to do that. Led by Republicans. So if you are a Republican, do you want Biden to come out? I don't. I do for a national safety point of view, but if we can get to the election, if we can just get to the damn election and win it, that would be great. Then they can do what the hell they want with them. So there's some pretty wild stuff going on, that's for sure. Nothing I've ever experienced in my lifetime. And like my last walk last night, it's all the fault of the Democrats. So anyway, with that, it's going to be really interesting because I saw a picture today that absolutely made me shudder, okay? It made me quake in my boots. It was a picture of Kamala Harris with Pete Buttigieg. I'll talk about that in a second when I pass this guy. Hey.
You gonna light it down?
I don't smoke. I quit smoking in 2001. And that's that freaking homeless guy cops were looking for the other day. It's the first time I don't see him with a hoodie or a backpack. They were looking for a guy with a hoodie and a backpack. And there he is. That's the guy I thought they were looking for. I don't know for sure. So I was kind of on my guard there. So we'll cut across here. Oh, what do we got here? Is that another Jag? Oh, it's an old Mercedes. It's for sale. How much do they want for this? $13,000, 1980. 450 SL convertible. 13,000. It's kind of strange because it says February. No, October. Sticker's good until October. Inspection sticker. Well, anyways. So we're just walking. So anyway, the real question is, what are they going to do with Kamala? If Biden just stays in there, well, then there's nothing to really talk about, you know? True story. Thanks. So if Biden stays in there, he stays in there. Can't force him to leave. At some point, what's going to happen is the Democrats are going to try to pressure him to leave. And if he doesn't want to go, he doesn't want to go. They're not going to make a big media stink out of it because that hurts their party. They will, however, find a way to get rid of him, which they will. And, you know, Trump had said a while back, not long ago actually, even before that debate, he said, you know, Biden doesn't have much time. He's going to be done soon. You don't think he'll make it? And he just might not. Hey, how you doing? So, we'll see what the hell happens. It's pretty messed up. Nobody can screw things up like Joe Biden. That's a quote from Barack Obama, except he used the F word. Nobody can screw something up like Joe Biden, Obama said. I guess he wasn't kidding. So basically, though, the reality is Biden's old, is getting worse every day. And I think the reason why there was a coordinated effort by the media and the Democrats to get him out is, I think, behind closed doors, he's been like this for quite a while, and they know that. They've been hiding it, and they weren't able to hide it for the debate. They said some days he's good and some days he's not. And anybody familiar with somebody with dementia or Alzheimer's, that's the truth. So I think Biden has Alzheimer's. He's deteriorating very quickly. The bottom line is even if they can get between now and voting day without him crapping on himself on live TV or something, even if everything goes the best they can plan it, he's not going to sound solid, assuring. He's not going to get any younger. And that's just a fact. The fact of the matter is he going to make it for another 4 years in office? And people know he's not going to. So that's just, you know, that's just a fact. So Joe Biden is finished. He's definitely not going to win if he stays in there. Democrats are not going to win. So that is just a fact of that. So I'm going to go down this street get off of the main drag because I'm sick of the cars, basically. I have no idea who that is beeping at me. I don't recognize that truck at all. So they probably mistaken me for somebody else. Have no idea. A lot of people out and about tonight. So we got some crazy times coming, folks. All kinds of stuff, and we'll see what the hell's going on. Something in the air tonight. I don't know what it is. Thank you. I don't know what the hell's in the air tonight. Something is different. There's people out and about. Somebody sitting on the porch across the street we passed with a hoodie, smoking some weed. That's what my nose said anyway. So, here are a couple random fireworks in the distance there. People buy fireworks here in Maine. They're legal. It's kind of funny because the city of Lewiston here passed an ordinance because, you know, they like to control everything. They passed an ordinance that basically said you have a time window on July 4th. You shoot fireworks. If you don't, then you're in violation. Well, nobody pays attention to it. People have been shooting fireworks off for like a week and a half now. Because they're legal in Maine. They're legal. It's legal to shoot fireworks in Maine. So why does the municipality here feel the need to regulate like that? It's like usurping what the legislature voted on. So, and I believe fireworks are legal in Maine because we had it on the ballot to vote for. So, the Democrats didn't get their way on that one. So they're like, okay, well, we'll just regulate it. And nobody listens. So, civil disobedience is the way to go. Just like in the city of Lewiston here, it's illegal to have a holstered firearm in full view of other people. They want you to conceal carry, which is legal in Maine. But there's a city ordinance that says you cannot have it holstered exposed to the public. But I don't think too many people pay attention to that. And also, they also have another ordinance where it's illegal to discharge your firearm in city limits. And you could potentially be charged even if you use it in self-defense. Like if a dog charges at you that's rabid. And, you know, so they're like, well, you can have your firearm, but you can't do this with it. And I don't think people are going to pay attention to that. And they shouldn't. So anyways, I'm going to walk. And get the 5 miles in at least. So I would imagine Donald Trump's very happy today, this weekend. And another leak came out, okay? Washington Post leak. Somebody leaked to the Washington Post that Jack Smith is planning other indictments for Donald Trump because of the Supreme Court's ruling. So they're not going to give it up. Problem is, there's not really anything they can do. And the Supreme Court has pretty much said that Jack Smith was an illegal special counsel appointee anyway. They brought him, at the time they brought him in, he was doing work out in Europe somewhere. So they brought him in specifically for this. He's not a DOJ associate. And that's unconstitutional. So that was ruled as being unconstitutional. That doggy's mad at me. I didn't even do nothing to him. So anyways, so they're not done doing that. Now, the case against Trump with DA Bragg, I think that's going to go up in smoke on them too, because they need to go through and they need to decide which things that Trump did was an official act or what wasn't. And the Supreme Court also said that you cannot prosecute political people just for, you know, coming up with things like that. And then you get the unanimous decision thing that they said. So I got a feeling that that DA Bragg case is going to go away. And if it doesn't, the Supreme Court's going to intervene in it. So basically, I think the only thing they're going to get to stick is whatever happened with the Mar-a-Lago stuff. That was nothing to do with the presidential act. So that obstruction of justice charge will probably stick. But like I said, nothing's going to happen until after the election anyway. So it's all a moot point. Pretty much all the legal stuff is out of the way now. And the Georgia election interference case is gone too. So, and of course you had the Democrats embarrass themselves with that, with Fani Willis. You gotta say Fani and not Fanny, even though she is an ass. So, that's the deal with that. Isn't that great? So we got 2 miles in the books. 2 miles. I'm wondering, well, I might just end up coming back the way I came. It's not really any side streets here that end up somewhere else. And if I was going to go the long route through here, that would be a lot more distance. Plus, I'd have to go through a neighborhood I don't want to go through this time of night if I go that way. Unfortunately, it's the one I grew up in. So, got a police car off to the side waiting for speeders. So anyway. So we'll go through walking this way. We got 2.13 on the mileage meter. I guess when I come back, I'll just go on the other side of the street and try to make it different, I guess. Actually, I might be able to... All right, I'm concocting a plan. I think there is a side route I can take. Got a nice big maple right here, a nice lamppost. I think that's pretty cool. And we went by here in the daytime once, and there's a house up on the hill here in the dark, which you won't be able to see now. But there's a drive that goes up there. Nice house, flagpole. They got the business sign here covered up, so I'm wondering if it's just somebody living there and there's no business there currently, which is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up to this intersection, not this one, but the next one, and then I am going to hang a left, and then I'll hang another left, and I'll start heading back to the ranch. I think that'll qualify as a good walk. A good walk for me is 5 miles or better. I always have to get at least my 5 miles. So anyway, back to the 25th Amendment. If the Democratic Party pressures the Democrats to yank Biden, they're going to have to talk with Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, because Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, is the third in line for the presidency. So if you remove Biden against his will with the 25th Amendment, they're going to need a doctor's diagnosis, which they probably have already, because I think he's been like this for a while and they've been keeping it quiet. So now they're going to have a problem. Let's say they do that, and they're going to do, okay, we'll do the 25th Amendment. We'll get Biden out. We need to talk to Mike Johnson. And Mike Johnson's going to go, okay, so your doctor says he has dementia, Alzheimer's, or whatever the hell it is he has. How come you kept it secret and didn't tell anybody for 3 years? That's going to be one of the questions they'll face for that. So they're kind of in a quandary where they're going to get caught doing something they shouldn't have done, and they covered it up. It's obvious they've been covering it up. If we had a real media, would know that. Thankfully, Jake Tapper talked about it. He's trying to maintain his integrity. That's how bad this is. So it's pretty wild. So Jake Tapper was talking about how he's been like this for a while and it's been covered up. And now people seeing with their own eyes, he said. People see with their own eyes. In other words, it cannot be hidden any longer. So donors want Biden out. Democrats want Biden out. Elected Democrats want Biden out because they don't want Trump to win, and they know that he's going to win if Biden stays in. So very interesting stuff, for sure. And so there we have it. You're going to have to talk with Speaker of the House, because the Constitution says that the Speaker is the third in line for the presidency. The Speaker in power. So I don't know if there's any other tricks they can do with that. Like Mike Johnson temporarily stepping aside to appoint somebody else to make sure that person is the vice president. And then Mike Johnson gets voted back in as Speaker. But you would have to trust your caucus for that. And I'm not sure he can. Thankfully, Margie Taylor Greene has been quiet about Mike Johnson because Trump asked her to. Because Trump's going to need people all on the same page when he's in office. We can't be sending a message to the public that the Republicans don't know how to lead. They're just fighting with each other. Nothing's getting done. So Trump is like, hey, guys, cool your jets. We'll work this out later. Our job right now is to win in November. Focus on that. So that's what he's doing. And I'm going to see if I can pick a alternate route. I want to pick a damn route. Alright, this way it is. So anyway, I don't know if I've ever walked on this street in my entire life. I might have. I've probably driven down it before. But there's other streets around here that I would more likely drive on. So I might not have been on this one. So we'll just head down this one because I want to get away from traffic. It's annoying. I want to hear the crickets. So they would have to get the White House Chief of Staff, Kamala Harris. They would need the doctor's report on his health. They will also need documented evidence that what the doctor reported was true. And they would have to have everything ready for the media and the public because they're going to have questions. And they should be answered rightfully. So I think we're going to see that. If Biden really is not stepping down. He's got until the Democratic Party convention, Democratic National Convention, where they officially choose their candidate. So you probably get people in the background that would love to steal Joe Biden's spot. You know, because Democrats are power-hungry, backstabbing SOBs. Michelle Obama did issue a statement saying that she absolutely has no interest, none whatsoever, in being president. She did that today, I think. So it's not going to be her. Now I'm going to go down this street, which ends up on Pleasant Street. If there's no holes here in the dark for me to step in, or I don't walk into a skunk or something. So, anyways, whew, having a good walk regardless. So I've not been in this neighborhood yet, walking anyway. I do recognize it now. Side street that goes over that way. So we are going to go this way. I'm going to go straight ahead. I'm going to hang a right up at the end of the street, just to take a little side street. So, I hope everybody is having a really good start to your July 4th, I hope. And so I'm going to continue on down this way. Down this a ways. We got Pineland Street. I don't remember this street. I really don't. See a lot of signs on telephone poles of missing pets on my walks. Pretty terrible when you lose a pet that you love and you can't find it. So the other part of my walk, I'm going to discuss something of importance. Now, keep in mind, before I say this, every year, for quite the last few actually, I've not attended the local fireworks display. And it's just not something I'm very interested in anymore. I actually love watching the fireworks display from Washington, D.C. online. So that's my form of celebrating that. And also on July 4th, my brother and I go out and to an undisclosed location, and we shoot firearms. We shoot blanks. We don't shoot live rounds. 22 ramset shot in any 22 pistol. They're not going to reciprocate a semi-automatic, so you can't do that. But you definitely can load one at a time or use a revolver, which is what I'm going to do. And you can just shoot the blanks. It's a lot of fun. The whole neighborhood is shooting off fireworks, so it doesn't stick out. And you know, we're at an undisclosed location legally, and so it's you know, those 22 ramsets are blank 22s, and they're even stamped on the bottom on the rim. They're rimfire. They're even stamped on the bottom with the Winchester logo, sometimes the Remington logo. So the ammunition companies that make 22 LR make the Ramset construction nail gun cartridges, and you can shoot those in 22s. So you could have your own little celebration with your pistolas if you so wish to do so, which is what I'm going to do, and my brother is too. It'll be a lot of fun. We've been doing that last few years, and so that's really cool. And all right. Oh, somebody's shooting fireworks. I'm deciding which way I want to go. That's all I'm doing. Which way do I want to go? All right, that's the way we want to go. Making sure I check. I'm trying to figure out what 5 or 6 miles is going to be. That's what I'm doing. Here's some kids playing up ahead. Must be out in the backyard. Maybe they got a trampoline or a pool or something. Oh, they're just playing in the backyard. Coming up on 3 miles. Trying to work my way to Webster Street. Beautiful night tonight. Nice clear skies for the most part. So we're gonna have some cool stuff going on in politics. It's gonna be a fun ride, I think. I mean, the stars are really aligning perfectly. Still a lot of time between now and the election, obviously. If they're going to try new indictments, that'll be a mistake. There's not really anything left they can do besides taking him out in a bad way, if you know what I mean. I don't really want to think about that because that would be awful. There would probably be a big sympathy vote, and they would vote for Trump even if he was gone, you know what I mean? If somebody took him out. So, because they're still not going to want Biden. And, you know, I think there'll be public backlash if something bad happened to Trump. And Republicans could put a candidate in there. Now, typically, a lot of people suspect that the Democrats did this on purpose to set up Joe, to force him out. I still believe that's true to some extent. But it's kind of hard to say that by the way they reacted after the debate. A lot of the Democrats just absolutely stood up for Joe no matter what. Now they're changing their tune because they've seen the polls. So, it was interesting things like that. Very interesting. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but that's where we are, so it doesn't matter. And I don't know what they're going to do. They get their back against the wall. Trump's winning. He's in the driving seat. And they're losing their crap. There were some prominent internet Democrats talking about this immunity thing for Trump, saying, well, I guess it would be okay if Biden sent a SEAL team to take Trump out then, wouldn't it? So that's how low they're going right now. So another little dog here. That stone gate entrance. My brother Jim and I came up here to help somebody move some stuff once a long time ago. Larry Pease, I believe. That guy. That friggin' piece of work. But got a nice view out here of the stars. There's no cars at all on this street, which is what I wanted. So we're going to head down this way. There's a dog barking. You can hear me. Dogs do that. Some species of dogs have excellent hearing, better than others. So, I'm just going to walk down here. Car coming, I'll cross over. Definitely having a good walk tonight. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments about Biden, the situation he's in. I mean, what the hell are you going to do, you know? Biden's toast. He's done. Done. He's tout kaput, as they say. So, what the hell do you do with that? Nice view of the Big Dipper tonight. Not that you could see it. Sorry about that. So anyways, we got almost 3.5 miles in the books. We're just walking along. You know what the night looks like tonight? If you watch that movie, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, some of the great night shots in that movie, that's what it looks like tonight. When you look up, it's very cool. Pretty awesome. Hope you're enjoying the walk. Now we're going to be on the street with more traffic. 3.5 miles now. I want to cross over so I have a sidewalk. Actually, I'm not sure I'll have one. Not really till up ahead. Well, there's a little one. It's kind of uneven. I think I'll just walk in the breakdown lane over here. As long as I got cars coming towards me, that's all I care about. I can see them. So we're gonna head down here and then make a right. So I kind of came out the way I wanted to. I was thinking of taking a left on the next street from where I was, but I'm going in the right way. We are going the right way. So this Saturday for shooting range day is going to be threat of thunderstorms, but that's still a couple 3 days away. So if the thunderstorms can stretch out until late afternoon or something, we'll be all set to go shooting in the morning. So that'll be fun. So, you know, what a crazy time to be alive, huh? We definitely got a nice breeze out here tonight. I got a nice breeze, which is good because I'm sweating a lot. It's not exactly dry out. Sounds like we've got a party in this building. We've got cars here. You can hear a whole bunch of rap music playing loudly. Somebody's having a party. I'm going to hang a right where that green arrow is. Wait till these cars get out of the way. So, put the phone back in my pocket. Gonna head down this way. I got a cousin that lives down here. I got my little rechargeable flashlight. It's an LED flashlight that charges with a USB, and I don't have to plug it in. The USB is built right onto it. You just plug it into the side of a laptop or any USB port, and it starts charging. It's been a handy little flashlight. You can actually mount it inside a rail mount on your firearm. It fits the rail mount. I had it on my Mini 14 for a little while and realized, well, if somebody broke into the house, I wouldn't be using it on a Mini 14. I think for home defense, the best thing is either a shotgun, or the best thing, I think, is a pistol with hollow points. Because then you can maneuver that, you can use it with one hand. If you got to do self-defense, fending somebody off with one arm. So, I got to see what's in this little library box. Remember these little libraries I was telling you about? I got books in here. Pretty cool. And that's pretty awesome. So that's one of those honor system ones I was telling you about. That's where they use the honor system. Take a book, leave a book. I just wanted to see if there was anything in there I wanted. A couple of things maybe, but nothing really jumped out at me. One was a Wizards of Finn book. It's not bad. So it looks like they're doing some work here on the side. So this used to be a bike shop over here, Roy's. They still have a Roy's sign and they still got bikes. How about that? Looks like they got jackets in there and all kinds of stuff. Bike riding helmets. So they still have bike riding supplies there, and it's a good place to have that because you got a school right over here. And this is a school here. Oh, I hear a bat. I can hear a bat chirping. Probably circling around eating bugs from the street lights. So I'm having a good walk tonight. I'm enjoying it. I've also been growing my hair out. I have had short hair since 1996, and before that even. But I had changed the style to more of a kind of like a Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger haircut. I've had that haircut like forever and a week. I only have a little bit of hair loss on the back of my head, which you can't see unless you're looking down on me or if I'm bending over or something. And even now that I've grown my hair longer, it's not noticeable. So nobody in my family has really gone bald. We're one of those people. So pretty much I got a full thick head of hair. And we got a skeleton here. Look at that. How cool is that? Booga booga booga. That's pretty cool. So I just hit 4 miles. So what I've done is been growing my hair, and the kind of hair I have, it kind of grows into an afro first. It's not really that kind of hair, but it is kind of it's soft when it's washed and conditioned, but it's kind of dry, you know what I mean? People used to make fun of me when I was younger because I'd stick my head underneath the water and come up, and you could actually see the water rolling off my hair. My hair wouldn't get wet right away. And a lot of that had to do with oils. When I was young, I was very oily. Still am oily. That's why I don't have crow's feet on the side of my eyes. And I'm 56 coming up here soon. My birthday will be very soon. Very, very soon. So anyways, so we got that sort of thing. And what you have to do when you grow your hair out is you have to let it grow, leave it alone. Eventually it'll get to that length where the weight of it will start, gravity will start pulling it down towards the ground. So you kind of like prune it, thin it out a little bit, let it do its thing. And fortunately for me, I do have a nice head of hair. I always have for a long time. And I just want to have longer hair. I want that 70s style where, you know, you have that little like cowlick on the top of your forehead. And you know, very happy with how my hair looks right now. And it's starting to get that length that I want it to get at. So I prune at it every once in a while. I've cut my own hair for a very long time, many, many years. And I've never cut my own hair when it's this long. So this is like a new learning experience. And what I have learned from cutting hair is less is more. And the best thing you can do, like actually what works for me, honestly, is I wear reading glasses. So I look at myself in the mirror without reading glasses on, so I'm kind of blurry. Not really blurry, but I can see the basic contours and outlines, and it's allowing me to see my hair the way I want to see it to get that shape. And it's been kind of nice, actually. So right now it's still bushing out a little bit, kind of afro-ish. I got about maybe 3-4 months more growing my hair longer. It's starting to get long in the back now. It's growing out some on the sides. And I want to go for that Mel Gibson Lethal Weapon kind of look. I know it sounds funny, but you know, I've got a physical build. I'm in shape, and I think it'd be nice. You know, a lot of people at my age would absolutely kill to have a head of hair. So I'm going to use my damn hair. Obviously, it's not going to fall out. 56 years old. I mean, whatever's going to fall out is pretty much falling out. So I might have a little more coming up in the future. Maybe not too much. So my dad, when he passed away, he was 83. He had an absolutely full head of hair. Thick head of hair. Same hairline he had when he was 18 years old. It was just, even when he was an old man, it was still salt and pepper. Now for me, I went gray early. I started going gray in my 20s. My mom was all gray in her 30s. So that's a genetics thing. So I kind of dye my hair now still. I don't dye all of it. I leave the sideburns kind of gray because you got to kind of match your face a little bit. You don't have to, but you know, movie stars don't. Some of these friggin' guys, you see them, you know, like Brad Pitt. He's got his hair completely dyed all over, and he's the same age I am. He's 55, 56 years old. I don't know if you knew that. And so this is the way we walked by earlier. I'm going to head back to the ranch. So a lot of these movie actors, pretty much all of them, they don't have gray hair. They just don't. Gray hair makes you look older. That's all there is to it. And I don't use 5 Minutes for Men. I use one with a French name, Nutrice, and it's only about $8 to $10 a box, and it's more organic. It's not a lot of harsh chemicals to cause brittle hair and hair breakage and damage. But you got to leave it in for 30 minutes. That's the thing. So it's not something that you can put in and just wander off. The longer you leave it in, the darker it gets too. So once you're used to a certain color and brand, you can get what you want out of it. Right now my hair is a dark chocolate brown, which is my natural hair color. It's very dark brown. It almost looks black. But black doesn't look right, so too black doesn't look good. It's okay if you're a black person with black hair, or Asian. Asians usually have like black hair. Native Americans can get away with that. But I cannot. I'm Franco-American, white, dark brown, almost black. It's my natural hair color. So anyways, remember that actor Paul Sorvino? Great actor. Passed away just a couple years ago, if that. And that guy was in his 70s. Had every hair on his head was dyed dark. You know, he was Italian. Italians do that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So don't be afraid to experiment. Now what I don't want is I don't want the boiler. I don't want the potbelly stove around my midriff. And thankfully I don't have that because I exercise. I'm actually in good shape. So my chest is 46 and my waist is 36. It's actually a little less than 36 now. I can get away with wearing 34s now, 34 waist, but they're tight. But a few years ago, there's absolutely no way I could have come close to doing that. A lot of times I couldn't even get my legs into the pant legs. But now I've lost a lot of weight. I'm in shape. You can see every muscle on my legs. So that's nice. Took a lot of walking to do that. That's all I'm saying. Wonder how many miles I had for June. I got to check my mileage thing for June. Had 124 miles in May. I'm almost certain I've exceeded that. So we just hit 5 miles. Oh, we hit 4.5. All right, we're actually on a pretty good pace here. I'll have just under 6 miles when I get back, or right around 6 miles. I definitely want to cross the street though. I want to cross as soon as this car goes by. Traffic's a lot calmer now. Well, this was a good walk tonight. I enjoyed it. I think I'll just keep walking straight ahead instead of turning off to the left like I usually do by Thorn Craig. This time I'm just going to walk straight ahead. I'm going to have my 5 miles easy and I'll have some extra on it. So once I hit the 5 mile mark, I'm good. That's my goal every walk, 5 miles. Get at least that. Now I know somebody online that's been walking. I kind of influenced him. And he lives way out in friggin' Montana. Nothing but long distances of nothing. Nothing. The kind of distances where if you walk in the wintertime and something happens, you're gonna die out there. That kind of thing. So anyway, they're doing walks like 11 miles, 14 miles. They don't walk every day. So that's the thing. You know, I've talked about that on my walks before, that if I walked 14 miles, I'm not going to be walking tomorrow, okay? Just not. Can't be done. You'll wear yourself out. So I found a happy medium that works for me. 5 miles at a clip. So, because at the end of the week, at least 5 miles every day, 6 or 7 days a week, well, you know, do the math. So if I do 3 6-mile ones, and you know, we're talking 40 miles. So thereabout-ish, which is fine for a week. Now, if you do 14 miles, you know, that's what I mean. You don't really reap the benefits of it, in my opinion, because if you do 14 miles, then you take a couple days off. Well, if you just walked 5 miles every day, that's 15 miles. It's the same thing. And you got to walk 5 miles without wearing yourself out. You go home, take a shower, and then physically you recoup. You get a night's sleep, and it doesn't wear you out. So that's just my approach to it. It's like it comes out to the same thing, but you get these little breaks in between. Necessary breaks, I should say. So we definitely had a good walk tonight. I did anyways. I hope you enjoyed it. We're coming up here. I smell somebody's got a bonfire. I smell a campfire. Somebody's got a fire going. So when I get back, I'll have some liquids, maybe have a coffee. Coffee would be good, actually. And I will take a nice hot shower. That will be very nice. Here's some music. We've got the bar and grill there, and we've got a parking lot full of cars here. So they're all at the bar and grill. People sitting out there. They're smoking butts or something. Yeah. Good night out over here. Friggin' parking lot's packed. It's packed in there. Tons of people in there. Wednesday night, ladies' night or something. Actually, I think it is. I think Wednesday night is ladies' night over here. Well, this was a nice walk. I enjoyed it. I'm happy that I can still walk like this at my age. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to walk, as we just hit 5 miles, is some people develop serious hip problems, knee problems, ankles, all kinds of things. And I've had a pretty bad back problem since 2005, since Hurricane Katrina. I was actually laid up while that was happening. Gained a lot of weight, was terrible. I had to roll off anything that I was sitting or lying on. I had to roll off of it to get up. And that was, 20 years ago. So what really helped me a lot was playing ice hockey. I worked my way through that. Never got any surgery. I never, my body just did what it needed to do to get by. And everything kind of healed up enough to do that. Sometimes my back bothers me and I walk a little hunched over a bit. Sometimes it doesn't. Probably get worse as I get older. So I'll take advantage of what kind of walking I can do while I can do it. And deal with getting old when I get old, I guess. When I was a kid, I thought 56 was ancient. It's really not. So, anyway, that's my story. Really hope you're enjoying the walk we had. I really did. Thank you for watching my channel. If you're here, click like and subscribe. Share the content. And we will see you in the funnies. So, bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for being wonderful. Stay safe. Enjoy the holiday this week. Shoot off some fireworks or go see some. And talk to you soon. Bye-bye.